Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee, intuitive wellbeing coach and teacher. Today is the 15th of October 2024 and I've just recorded the most beautiful October activation. I'm calling it a fire activation for the month of October leading into Samhain and Halloween. So I wanted to also come on and do another follow-up video just to help us understand the energies at this time, as I've been getting many messages about what's going on and how people have been feeling, and trust me, you're not alone. This is, if you've watched my energy reading for the month, I encourage you, if you haven't, to watch that, or if you've watched it maybe a couple of weeks ago, I would encourage you to watch it again, because sometimes it's important to watch it in the middle of the month because it can be more relevant. Whenever I record the activations, I never know what I'm going to say. A lot of it is very channeled. So I forget, and I actually have to listen to them again to do the sort of the description, for YouTube. So there's a lot of big themes in there, rather than me repeating them here. But one of them was about womb healing. Now, whether that the womb is the area of creation, obviously in females. Males will have an energetic womb area where they create from also. So when I use the term womb, I want to use it unisex. This is not just a video for females. Although the majority of my client base would be females, because I'm a feminine energy healer. But if any males are watching, this is very relevant. Don't switch off. So one of the big themes for October is to be in your feminine and to really slow down, to really pull your energy back in, call your power back, to really do a lot of healing in the shadow, okay? Our shadow selves, okay? And our shadow selves are those parts of us that we have deemed bad or not worthy or holding shame, maybe we're angry, whatever. Parts of us we don't like about ourselves that we've put in the shadows, and they are now coming up for healing, okay? It is why we dress at Halloween as our shadow, okay? So in the month of October, the veil is very thin. The ancestors are very close. Dreams are crazy. Our body we are elevating and evolving at such a rate, okay? As so much light comes in, and any part of our body that's not aligned with that must be detoxed out of our system, okay? So we have just came through, an eclipse window, an eclipse portal, which brings in massive change, shakes things up. I mean, showing like a tree where you're really shaking things up, okay? And then we are now, tomorrow is a full moon in Aries, okay? And it's one of the most powerful full moons, if not the most powerful full moon of this year, 2024. And Aries is a fire sign. Aries is I have an Aries daughter, and she's just very into action. Whatever she wants to do, she will achieve, in life. So you're being asked to really step into action, but not in the month of October. So what I have done in the activation that I've recorded, which I will I'll upload it to the website, Small Energy Exchange as usual, and then I'll pop the link below. It's about an hour long, and I take about 15 minutes to actually explain the energy, and then we go into the activation where we actually enter a cave. And your womb is also known as a cave, so it's the symbolism for a cave, but it's also the cauldron. So a cauldron is known as the womb of Mother Earth. It's the womb of life itself. The ocean is known as the womb of Mother Earth, but all these different symbolisms, okay? And what we actually do is we enter like a fire doorway to ignite that fire within us, okay? And it's really actually activating our suppressed divine masculine selves, and we connect back to your inner teenager. So a lot of the stuff I talked about in the first video, I didn't realize that was all going to come into the activation, okay? So that's why I encourage you to watch that as well. What we do is we actually, I'm showing like an old house, an old neglected house, and the house, whenever you see how a house in an activation or a meditation journey, it is basically your body, it's your physical body. And this was an old, you know, when we approached the cave, it had like haunted, it had like beware, don't come in, and it was all like you know, dusty and cobwebs. And that is where our gifts lie. Okay, that is the part of us that we stuff down that has actually, it's what we need right now, it's who we need right now to fulfill our dreams and desires. Okay. And so we access this house in this activation, and we call in the dragons. The dragons come in again. I could feel them swirling over my head all morning. And we call in the air dragon to just really, and these tornadoes come in. So I thought this was so relevant to, you know, what's been recently happening in the world with that massive big hurricane, okay? Because it's just, and it was like an energy, you know, like Wizard of Oz energy. So it was coming in and clearing away like the old energy and the cobwebs and the dust, which is a representative of the old energy within our bodies. Okay, so if you're feeling pain at this time, whether it's physical or emotional, that is the reason why it wants to come up, to go, to leave the body, to be detoxified. The other reason for the pain at the minute is where it's almost like you're feeling like an old man or an old woman, like achy. It is connected to the crone self. So if you think about the crone, the term crone in females, sage in males, but I have to just stick with one, otherwise it would take too long to try and explain. So when I say crone, if you're a male and you're watching this, it's sage. Okay, the same for the activation. So because I'm so in it, I can't stop to like correct, to explain it. Okay, so I can do that here, but not in the activation. So basically, we connect with our crone aspect. Now, our crone aspect, we have three aspects. I'm just going to go the females here. Males have the equivalent, so which is maiden, mother, and crone energy. Okay, page, father, and sage energy in males. And basically, our maiden self is, you know, our inner child and our inner teenager. It is the part of us that helps with new beginnings. It's also, and we need that part of us that has fun. And then our mother energy, our father energy is the creator, is the nurturer, you know, and then we enter into our crone. So, you know, many of us and many people watching me, you know, are now getting ready to enter into their wisdom, their mastery, which is why I've named this business Soul Self Mastery. It's what I'm here to do, is to help you connect with that level of mastery within the self, guided by your soul, so that you can be your own teacher, your own healer. All the wisdom is within you. Okay, so this crone self, there's three aspects to the crone, but the crone is ultimately that old woman, which is why when she or he, crone or sage, is around, you will feel achy and sore. That coupled with the full moon energy, which is a strong detox, as well as you know, it's the energy of Halloween and Samhain in itself. Okay, because it's a death portal. Okay, it's a death month, a death sabbat, basically is what it's called. So within the crone, okay, there are three aspects within that. Number one is the witch, and the witch is connected to the word wit. Okay, so it's the wiseness. Okay, number two is the crown. A crown otherwise is known as your crone energy, which otherwise is known as your crown. Okay, and then the third aspect is the hag, which is the higher aspect of the crone, which is taken from the word hagio, which means holy. Okay, so these are these three aspects. So it was really interesting in the activation how we went into this house, we brought the dragons in for clearing, and then we connected with many of us as inner teenagers from age 13 to 18 to reintegrate them, to connect with them, to send them love, to do whatever. And then we brought them into a beautiful healing circle. We had cacao, Bridget came in, the goddess Bridget, and also she had a cauldron, and she gave us a healing potion to use internally or externally, and that is a light essence that is with you for life. What else then? The goddess Lachelle came in, which is, she's the goddess of cacao. So we had a beautiful cup of cacao, set intentions, And yeah, it was very powerful. Then we ended up going into the wardrobe, like in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. We went into another land and connected with an actual witch. Okay, and that was setting the scene then for the next activation on 11/11. So much in it. I've just basically recorded it. So yeah, it's there's a lot there. So anyway, if you feel called, I'll pop the link below. Okay, but I also, if you don't feel called and want to just do this video, just to try and help you understand these energies at this time. Okay, so I want this video to really be about, I've done an energy reading for October, so I want to talk about Samhain, which is otherwise known as Halloween. I'm going to I've got one card deck here just to pull a few cards just to see, tune in to the collective to see what is happening, what you need help with or guidance on, but also just to give you a little bit of knowledge about what actually Samhain is. I've explained a little bit there. And Samhain it's known as the final harvest. Okay, there is what's called 8 sabbats or 8 seasons in a year. Okay, and this is actually my second course. It's called the Priestess Mastery Mentorship course, where you work with me for a full year, and we go through the 8 sabbats of the year. Every 6 weeks a new energy comes in. So at the minute we're in the sabbat called Samhain, and before that in September it was called Mabon, and yeah, so on and so forth. So without going into them all, I want to talk about Samhain. Because it's a very important month for me. It's a very important month for others. And I think it deserves to be explained, okay? It is a month of death, but that also means it's rebirth as well. And that's one of the things that I do in the activation. It's a very healing activation to help us at this time. So it's more like a healing session. And you end up in a beautiful crystal bed at the end where you'll stay for a couple of weeks until the start of November, where you can really start to sort of awaken and step into action. Okay, so it's known as actually the end of the year in like ancient times. So the 1st November is actually seen as New Year's Day. Okay, so it really is the closing off of a chapter of a year, but also I think why it's important this year is to do with Pluto. Okay, and Pluto changing signs in November. Okay, I think it's around 17th or something, I'm not 100% sure. So it changes signs, and it just means we are closing out a massive like 20-year karmic cycle. We are entering from this top-down, ego-based structure to more of a heart-centered humanitarian world. And as such, we are all being asked to step up and play our part, which means we need to heal the heart. Okay, the heart and the womb are 2 portals that are connected, and when we have a lot of stuff in our shadow, it's actually connected to the heart, where we've been hurt. But we've been hurt because we haven't understood, it hasn't been explained to us at the time, so we've created a false belief about that thing, and then it's went into the shadows and it's been suppressed in our body because it's too painful to deal with. So what is happening is your soul, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, is bringing all of this stuff up for you to heal it, because you've called it in. So it's really important that you pull in this month. It's really important that you connect with your intuition. Your intuition is actually in your womb area, that lower chakra. Okay, it's not in your gut or your head or your heart, it's down below. Okay, so you've been asked to stop, to look back, to reflect, to course correct, to take the learnings, to just be the observer of your life and everything that's going on. Okay, and remember, it is the 10th month as well. I talked about this in the last in the October energy reading about the 10th. You're being asked to really understand your masculine and feminine. Number 1 being masculine and 0 being the feminine. Okay, and it's not something that we're taught, and I feel like we're really stepping into a divine masculine energy. So we're really getting an upgrade on our own divine masculine energy, whether you're male or female. And there's a lot of, like, I'm feeling, the Jesus energy, this beautiful sort of what's the word, energy of forgiveness and healing the heart. okay, and healing the male line. So sometimes you might, as a way of getting our attention, if we are rushing around, you know, our higher aspect or ourselves will try and get our attention through triggers, through maybe stuff going on with our children, like if you have a boy, or maybe stuff going on with your partner if he's male, or your dad, or, you know, and that's to get your attention that something needs healed within you that is holding you back, okay? And that's where triggers can come in. All right, so let's pull a few cards. I think that is probably enough. Okay, so what, I'm going to put my glasses on because I have to take my daughter to an eye test. Isn't that interesting? So I can't stay on too long, but I just was so excited after doing that activation that I wanted to do a sort of free video and also explain it. So what guidance collectively have we at this time to help us understand, to help us move through it? Like practical guidance, please, that we can use. Okay, and I've never really actually just used one card deck for it. You know what's funny? See this card? I haven't used this deck in a long time. It's the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle by Amanda Ellis. But I have on my TV, I have all the photos that must be in my phone or in a reel or something. I don't know how I've done it because I'm not technical. So different photos come up, children from years ago, whatever, memories. But this card came up last night. And I was like, oh, that's very relevant, but I didn't really know why. Okay, because I wasn't aware it was going to come on here. It is Warrior of Light. So I want you to just look at this card for a wee second for me. There's the full moon. Okay, so it's the full moon tomorrow in Aries. And many people are drowning. Many people are just like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm done. Okay, like seriously, can you give me a break? That's the energy. Okay, but look, it's like you're just surrendering. I can't do it, I can't do it. And then there's like a last attempt. No, I'm not giving up, because we never give up. Okay, there's always a breakdown before a breakthrough. Remember that. Okay, so we're coming back to life, because with every death there is a rebirth. So please hang in there, grab that sword. Okay, as you're listening to me, just visualize the sword and grab it. Okay, and yeah, sword of light, warrior of light. Remember who you are. You are a light warrior. Okay, but it doesn't mean that we don't have down days. It doesn't mean that we don't get disheartened or feeling. But remember, you know, if there was a battle, you know, and generally, not that I've been in a battle, you know, there's a period of waiting, isn't there? There's a period of preparing, then there's a period of going within and going quiet, and it's almost to I'm hearing reserves. It's to just, which is why I called this October energy reading the Great Reset in the last video. So you're actually resting and resetting before moving forward. That's what I'm hearing. If I could just get my words out, but you know, after doing it, I shouldn't have probably done this video straight after, but knowing me, if I leave it to tomorrow, I'll not be able to do it, because I'll just get wrapped up in client sessions and things. So I just wanted to come straight on before the kids come back from school. Okay. Pink, self-love and nurture. That is what we're being asked to do. And for many people, we struggle. We struggle with this, okay? Oh, I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb when somebody's just messaged me. So hopefully nobody phones me and knocks this off, okay? So you're being asked to connect with the pink energy of the heart. You're being asked to, what fills you up? What nurtures you, okay? If it's food, go and make something nice, okay? If it's a bath, go and have a bath. Just stop. You know, I was literally called in to a clothes shop yesterday that one of my clients owns, and she was just like, oh my goodness, I'm really struggling, my back is sore. And I was like, you need to just stop everything. the world's not going to end if you take a day off. Go and have a bath and go and drink some water and go and be kind to yourself. That is nurturing the feminine. We can't always be in the masculine energy of go, 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 and push, okay? So stop, be in the feminine and rest. And you will notice, because if you keep working through that, you could have 5 days of pushing through, you're still not better. If you stop, you could have 1 day of rest, and then you're back on again, okay? Literally yesterday, I couldn't move. I had to lie at the fire, but I know that whenever I do activations, I never know what I'm going to do. So all I know is my body is sore as my crone and my wisdom self comes in to download it, okay? But I'm that busy that I can't work that all out until I actually start speaking and I channel it, okay? So I learned, I still struggled with it because I had stuff to do. And, I had all the kids and everything, and then they had other kids and all the rest, but it was grand, okay? And today I'm back, all right? Transformation, this is the energy. We are moving from the dark ages to the light ages collectively, I'm hearing, okay? From the dark to the light. Just remember, we're still in the shadows at the minute, okay? We're still in the dark. I'm hearing we're still in the shadow. I don't even know if we're still in the shadow of the eclipse, but that's what I'm hearing, okay? So yeah, transformation, okay? So remember to acknowledge and appreciate and be in the light. You have to have been in the dark, okay? So that's these two parts of you integrate, and we have to bring him or her with us. Can't just be all light, okay? All toxic positivity, all right? There's the dragon's strength. So the dragons come in. This fire energy is actually very interesting because I nearly, set my house on fire yesterday. So I was like, whoa, the fire energy is powerful. And, the fire energy is our action, okay? The fire energy within us has been suppressed. Fire energy is connected to anger. And, throughout our lives, we haven't been allowed to feel the anger, so it's been suppressed and we've deemed it as bad. I was talking with a friend today and explaining how, you need the fire energy to set boundaries. You need a little bit of that anger to actually get stuff done. Okay, so, and a lot of anger is held actually in the womb, being passed down through the generations. So as much as you are working from the shadow of the light, you're working through your own shadow and things like that, and you're achy, as you release, it's actually not all yours. It's the ancestors. The ancestors are so close at the minute because it's Halloween, because the veil between worlds is so thin, okay? So as much as they're there to support and they come into the activation, you're also clearing stuff that they weren't able to clear, and they're just like so proud of you, okay? So, and you're also being asked to really connect, with the dragon energy, okay? And dragon energy is powerful, okay? It is not for the faint-hearted. When I called dragon energy in, when was that? Bridget's day or something. Ooh, it sorted a lot of stuff out, but it also was very fast, and it surprised me because initially it looked like chaos. But as I know, that's the feminine energy. Initially it looks like chaos. You think you're doing something wrong. What's happening? But that's the old coming up to go. Just like when you're detoxing, if you cut a food out, you feel worse before you get better. That is what's happening right now collectively, because there's our own personal stuff. There is, stuff in this lifetime, stuff from previous lifetimes. There is stuff that's not even yours, it's in your family line. But also there is collective stuff going on as well. That is why you're being asked to disconnect, because it's just all too much and overstimulating. Focus on you, stay in your lane, fill your cup up, and then when you're ready, you'll be able to, be that light warrior again, okay? And it won't take long, okay? Shine on shine, okay? Look at the storm. One of my favorite movies, so Claire Danes, what is that movie called? I cannot remember it. I love this movie. Stardust. Oh my goodness, I remembered, with Claire Danes. And I just love the scene where she's a star and she lands down on Earth with a bang. And obviously she just looks, she's a human. She's a star that is a human, but she gets depleted. Okay, and everybody's wanting the star. So all these people they know that a star has fallen. They know it'll give them everlasting light. So they're looking to suck the life out of her. Okay, all these people. And now like vultures, because her light is so bright and magnetic and they want to be like that. So she gets quite depleted. And then there's a scene where she has a bath, and this witch, Michelle Pfeiffer, who's obviously trying to steal her light, but she needs her full before she can take her light. So she, has a bath and nurtures her, and you can see her starting to light up again. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. That's what you need to be doing with yourself. Okay, then you're much stronger to fight anything that's trying to dim that. All right. I love there's a wee video doing the rounds at the minute on Instagram, and it's the, what do you call that, Statue of Liberty. It's like a comic version where she's standing holding her, her light, and somebody tries to steal it and she just whacks them over the head of it. Don't let anybody dim your light. That's really important. Okay. And as inner teenagers, our light was dimmed, because as the inner teenagers, you were hormonal, you were starting to get to know who you are, you're starting to have your voice, you're starting to talk back, you were starting to be defiant. Oh my goodness, it wasn't allowed. No, to be doing that. The control was coming from a place of your parents trying to keep you safe, but also it just probably could have been handled better. And obviously many people have many different other things going on, but you were dimmed, so therefore you sort of turned on yourself as if there was something wrong with you. And that's who we need to connect with right now, and that's who we meet in the activation. Okay, there's the full moon. And funny, I was wearing this color, the color purple and violet, from head to toe yesterday. So really connect with that. It's the violet flame. Okay, there's the amethyst crystal, which is also the crown chakra. Okay, as we connect with the crone. So just connect with that now for me. Okay. And just feel that entering into your system as if you're entering into a beautiful amethyst cave. Okay, and it's funny, at the end of the activation, which is leading us into the next one, we go into this beautiful palace of the queen, the witch, and this is literally what it looked like to me, when I was seeing it. So I think that's very relevant. Okay, and it's also reminded me of the Wizard of Oz as you approach that kingdom as well. So the full moon. All right, connect with the full moon. What's being reflected back? What is ready to go? What is ready to die? And connect back with magic. Believing in your dreams. The inner teenager. What were him or her dreams? Her dreams. That is still possible. Don't let that be dimmed. Okay. And a way you can do that is through your own children as well. Okay. So, last one before I go here. Go within. What I've been saying the whole time in this video, and also the October energy reading. Go within and connect with that diamond light and allow yourself to be filled up, and you'll get the clarity that you need to move forward.